Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler of the Geeks Blaze, and welcome back. The second episode of Sports at Sunup. I'm really mad at you because yesterday I said Sports at Sunrise and you didn't correct me. And I watched the edit and I was like, "Fucking shit, man!" We're less than 3 minutes in and I'm already fucking everything up. So yeah, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. A little tired, but I'm doing good.
Not a ton of sports news in general to talk about today, but Tokyo Olympics has been rescheduled to July 23rd of 2021.
Yep. And I don't blame them. I mean, it was in Tokyo, Japan, which is obviously right next to China. And I mean, I don't know, like with just with the rate that China's having it. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard of anything in Japan, but with it being so close and just hearing all the stories you do over with all this going on in China anyway, I don't blame them one bit. So,
I don't blame him. It's really making the shit seem extra real, though. The Olympics is something you never
oh
expect
yeah,
to see
yeah.
happen.
It's like I was thinking about that too. It's on a 4 year clock. Every 4 years, and now it's being pushed to five.
Right, that's
Like, so
wild.
is it going to be made a 5 year clock now, or are they just going to have it again in 3 years to get
Prob-
back on that 4 year clock
well,
schedule?
it's a technically a 2 year schedule because it's an alternate. Because
Does
the
anybody really watch the Winter Olympics though?
I I don't know.
I've watched it like twice, I think, and it was when Shaun White was still doing stuff.
You a big WWE guy?
Used to be, not so much anymore. I mean, I watch the pay-per-views every now and then if it's someone interesting I'm want to watch.
Well, Roman Reigns was supposed to fight Goldberg for the Universal title. Roman
What happened?
Reigns backed out. He's not going to WrestleMania.
What? I
Yep.
did not hear about that.
Yep.
Wow.
Um, which is nuts. There weren't going to be fans in attendance. WrestleMania is taking place at the Performance Center.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's battled leukemia twice, so I think he's
You think it's
more,
possible it's
more,
back or?
no, no, it's just more of a health history thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to risk. That's my assumption is he doesn't want to risk getting corona and having some shit. Disappointing, but probably the smart move. I respect it.
Yeah, for sure.
But like I said, we don't really have a ton of news, so
I'm excited about that Undertaker AJ Styles fight though.
I'm
Regardless,
not.
if there was fans, I think it'd be better. But
Taker
I
should
think,
have retired after the Roman match in
well,
2015.
no, I agree with that too. But when you stop and think about it, like I think it'll be a good fight
Could be.
or a good match.
I don't
But
know.
yes.
I saw I don't know. The send off for Taker after his match with Roman Reigns was just
Oh, that was just the perfect
awesome.
way to
And
do
then
it.
like the pictures backstage of Roman Reigns who won the match sitting backstage crying cuz he just
Yeah,
sent the
because he was like
Undertaker
he
off.
just sent him off. Yeah,
Like
like
those
and
there were images from that match that I wanted that to be how I saw Taker go out.
and like I knew Roman was gonna win that match
Oh yeah.
regardless, but of Roman definitely should have been the one to beat the streak. Brock Lesnar
Oh
should
yeah.
not have gotten that opportunity.
I fucking hate Brock Lesnar, and if that would have been where the streak ended, that would have been sad, but it would have been fitting.
Yeah. Oh
Like
yeah.
whether love or hate Roman Reigns, because people have wild opinions about that man. But
I'm not a big fan of him just because I don't like his character, but obviously as a person, he's a great guy.
that, and I'm sorry, he's a hardworking dude, and he's super
Oh yeah.
skilled as a wrestler. They just don't know how to write his character. It's gotten a
Yeah.
lot better than it was,
Well,
oh,
it's kind of like with Dean Ambrose. They wouldn't pick a select character for him, and they kept changing them.
for
Like when he
Dean. They
was,
should have let Dean just go. Let him be him.
yeah.
I love that AEW is letting John Moxley do that. Same guy, by the way.
Well, and now they're letting Matt Hardy do that with his character back.
I'm really sad that Matt and Jeff aren't on the same show anymore.
I know. I was like, when they came back, that Mania, that was
Oh,
the craziest thing, because I've been saying they'd come back for years.
I just want to let you know something. Go on
What's up?
WWE's site right now and look at their superstars list.
Uh-huh.
Matt Hardy's still listed.
Hmm.
We might
I
get
wonder.
another, like, one last Hardy Boys match. A
I
swan
wonder if
song
he's
title
on
match.
an independent contract kind of thing, like a
Probably.
contractor kind of thing, you know?
That's what I'd assume.
Well, I mean, it would make sense, because right before WrestleMania, that WrestleMania they came back, they were literally at the Ring of Honor show the previous week, and they fought
Right.
the whatever brothers or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I can't remember what they're called. They start with a B. But they won those championships, you know. So it's like they're just on like a set contract kind of thing.
Right. It'd be cool to see Matt Hardy get one, like the Hardy Boys get a final match. Matt Hardy had his swan song
Yeah.
match, but nobody. Well, okay, I'm not going to say nobody, but most people don't love them as singles wrestlers. You love the Hardy Boys because
Oh,
they're the Hardy Boys.
yeah, exactly. When you think of the Hardy Boys, you think of all the great matches with them, um, you know, Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys, you
Yeah.
know, that's what you think of.
Yeah. Normally, it's not so much their singles careers. Jeff, a little bit more as a singles career guy. But that's just because he was the wild high flyer that Matt really
Yes.
wasn't. The reason you remember Jeff more than Matt as a singles competitor is just because he was a psycho who was like, that thing's tall, I'm gonna jump off of it. And he would, and it was awesome.
Yep. Yes. And that's when wrestling was good.
Oh, they still have people jumping all over the place. But let's get into let's just do a couple talks about things. So about a week ago, Stephon Diggs actually tweeted out, top 5 wideouts to ever play the game, go. People gave their opinions. So, your top 5 wide receivers to ever play football, go.
Randy Moss.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think you can't not pick Randy Moss.
Right?
I like Michael Irvin.
Cowboys homer, got it.
Yeah, Cowboy. I mean, yeah, obviously.
For sure.
I can't not put Larry Fitzgerald in there.
Fair.
And I guess I can't not put Jerry Rice in there.
Yeah, you're at 4. Gonna be that 5th guy.
I'm Chris Carter.
All right. I don't think my list is super different from you. I got Randy, Chris Carter, Jerry Rice, Larry. But I'm going Calvin Johnson. We only got what, 7 or 8 years, but Megatron's gotta be.
I forgot about Megatron. Yes.
Like, if Megatron's team was any better, he did break Jerry Rice's record.
Oh yeah.
For yards in the season. But
100%. If
his team was better, he would have broke the 2,000 yard mark, which still nobody's done. Matt Stafford got hurt that year, so he's catching balls from fucking Dan Orlovsky, who's getting chased out the back of the end zone constantly.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you remember Dan Orlovsky, is that play against the Vikings where Jared Allen's chasing him down and he just runs right out the back of the end zone. That's the quarterback that got Calvin Johnson the record for receiving yards in the season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the one guy that's hardest for me to leave out, though, because that's going to be my 5, but it's hard to leave T.O. out.
Terrell Owens, yeah, for sure.
But I just think in any situation, I'd rather have those 5 guys.
He was in there. He was my between Chris Carter and him,
Yeah.
to be honest.
But I think I'd rather take all my 5 guys over T.O. I that's just my opinion, but
yeah.
And I hate the people who choose not to say T.O. because of his personality or whatever. That's not what it is. It's just I think if it's 3rd and 7 and I need somebody to make a play, I'm choosing Jerry, Larry, Randy, Chris Carter, or Megatron to go make that play. I think to actually narrow it down for my 2 guys that I would say I want making the play, it would be Randy Moss or
I'm picking
Megatron.
I'm picking Randy or Larry.
I'd go Megatron over Larry if I need a catch, just because Megatron's so fucking huge. He'll get it, but I think you have to pick Randy in that situation either way, because he's as big as Megatron, but he's as fast as anyone else ever. He's got as good a hands as Chris Carter and Jerry Rice. Like, Randy Moss was the perfect wide receiver. Really?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, but you gotta think, like, Larry has that crazy ass thing, like, since like 2007 or something like that. He's been targeted like 1,000 something freaking times and only has like 20 something drops, you know?
Right.
That's why I put Larry there.
That's fair.
Larry and Randy there.
Larry's huge, and I love Larry. I honestly wish it won't happen. He's so loyal to Arizona, which is fair.
I know where you're going.
Did you know in 1998 he was the ball boy for the Minnesota Vikings?
Was he really?
Yeah, he learned how to run routes and how to catch from Randy Moss and Chris Carter.
Good guys to learn from.
as a super Vikings homer that I am, I'd love to see him play 1 year in Minnesota. Get 1 year there. It'll never happen because he's so loyal to Arizona, and I respect that.
Yeah, he's gonna finish his career in AZ.
But if shit went wild and he left, I honestly think he'd choose Minnesota. If I remember right, he still lives there in Minneapolis.
He might.
Like, I don't know. I just want to see it one time.
Well, if we're gonna talk about like these great players like staying with one team for their career, and now I gotta bring up one he's not there anymore.
Brady?
And it pisses no. I gotta
Jason
bring up
Witten.
My boy Jason Witten.
He's with the Raiders.
The Raiders.
He went to
The Raiders came and straight up raided my Cowboys. They got Witten, they got Randall Cobb, and I'm pretty sure they got Jeff Heath too.
I thought Randall Cobb went to the Texans.
Did he go to the Texans?
I thought so. Let's do some research. Here.
Raiders free
Texans
agents.
Randall Cobb credits Jordy Nelson for it's
okay. Well then Raiders got three of the Cowboys. They got Witten, they got Jeff Heath, and or at least I thought they got 3. They may have just gotten the 2.
Corey
Malik Collins.
Yeah.
That defensive tackle. But my Cowboys, they got some hosses in there on that D line now. So not too upset about that.
There are rumors that they're gonna go after Everson Griffin too.
You think so?
There are rumors. I really hope they don't. Because I want to root for Everson Griffin wherever he goes, but I'm a big non-Cowboy fan.
You're just a hater. Like
Cowboys deserve
else.
it. They deserve it.
I don't think so.
Cowboys fans always talk about, we're America's team. Your team sucked for fucking 20 years. Go over there. Go join the Raiders and the Browns in the corner crying.
I mean, other than the Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Seahawks have been good. Vikings have been good. Vikings have made more NFC Championship games in the last 2 years than the fucking
how many
Cowboys
Super Bowls though? Exactly.
All right, you're never gonna see one with Dak.
Oh, I know that. No, I know that. I told you that the other day. I told you I want Dak gone. He is not worth 40 mil. I'm sorry, he's not.
That's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for you to wreck your team paying Dak.
Give me Ryan Leaf. We'll make it work.
I'm sorry, Dak is Kirk Cousins, but worse. He really is. Dak's more athletic than Kirk Cousins. But Dak, in his career, in games where he faces playoff teams, he's 5-22. He cannot beat good teams. He'll play the bad teams and beat them. But when he plays a good team, he can't do shit.
Yeah.
Like he lost to Kirk Cousins.
I was hoping that something would happen with Dak, and then I was hoping we were gonna somehow get Cam Newton in there, but that's not happening now.
I honestly thought before you got Mike McCarthy, you were gonna do some crazy shit where Josh McDaniels was gonna be your coach and Brady would follow him. I was gonna be so pissed. I hear enough about the Cowboys, but
that was a real thing though. I guess Brady, like when he was around looking, I guess Brady sat and had dinner with Jerry Jones.
Brady also looked at San Francisco. He was trying to convince him to get rid of Jimmy. And if I'm San Francisco, I'd do it.
But and then the big one though was the Raiders were heavy on Brady, and then whatever happened, and now they got Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota. So,
and I don't know why everybody thinks the Raiders need a new QB.
I think Derek Carr is a good QB. I think
Derek
Carr has just had bad luck, is what's happened. Derek Carr is not a bad QB. He just had bad luck.
Like, people are forgetting he was an MVP 3 years ago. Until he broke his leg in week 17.
His leg. Yeah.
Which, the more fucked up stat about that game is he had been pressured or hit one time all game. And that hit broke his leg.
Yeah, and he knew it. Have you heard the mic'd up of it?
The video.
He just sits up. He's just like, dude, I just broke my leg.
Terrible shit, dude. But let's do one quick last thing. Because it's been on Twitter. So I shared mine. I went with my favorite team. I'm gonna allow you to do the same thing. I don't expect you to have favorite Vikings, but it was your first ever favorite for this thing. It was your first ever favorite Viking. For me, I can't remember what I said. I don't want to give off weird vibes. For me, it was Randy Moss. My favorite Viking growing up, though, was Adrian Peterson, because he was, for most of my life, the guy. Then favorite Viking right now is Adam Thielen. Big Adam Thielen guy. And then favorite Viking ever, Jared Allen. Big Jared Allen guy. So, for you, who was your first ever favorite Cowboy?
Jason Witten.
Fair. Favorite Cowboy growing up? Jason Witten. You don't have to make it different.
No, honestly, Tony Romo.
Oh, for sure. I love Tony Romo. He just wasn't. He was made of glass, and that happens.
Yep.
That doesn't make him a bad player. He was just injury prone.
What's the next one?
Favorite Cowboy right now?
Right now. Man. That's a tough one. Landon Van Der Esch.
Leighton Vander Esch.
Yeah.
Nice. And
Or
then
Leighton, yeah, Landon.
all-time favorite Cowboy.
Jeez. That's a really tough one.
I gotta go with Greg Hardy, just to piss everybody off.
Larry Allen.
All right.
Gotta go with my offensive line boy.
Oh, I bet for favorite Cowboy right now, if he wouldn't have retired, you would have picked Travis Frederick, wouldn't you?
No, I love Travis Frederick, but I think I still would have gone with Larry Allen. I've always been a big fan
Not
of
of all
Larry Allen.
time, like for right now. I mean, your right now guy.
Oh, right now?
If he was still on the team, because he retired, so he's not obvious. You would have picked Travis Frederick, right?
I think so.
Am I nuts on that? Yeah. All right. I think that's gonna do it for us this morning.
Okay.
So,
sure.
thank y'all for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys.
Peace.